Have you ever wondered what it would be like if the world had a reset button? Well, a long time ago, humanity got one. This is the story of Noah, a righteous man in a world that had gone terribly wrong. You see, back then, the earth was filled with wickedness. The Bible tells us in Genesis chapter 6 that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every intention of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. It grieved God to his heart that he had made man. But amidst all this chaos, one man found favor in the eyes of the Lord. His name was Noah. Noah was a righteous man, blameless in his generation. He walked with God. So God came to Noah with a monumental task. He said, "I have determined to make an end of all flesh, for the earth is filled with violence through them. Behold, I will destroy them with the earth. Make yourself an ark of gopher wood." God gave Noah specific instructions. The ark was to be 300 cubits long, 50 cubits wide, and 30 cubits high. That's about 450 feet long. It was to have 3 decks, rooms inside, and a single door in the side with a roof. And God made a promise, a covenant, with Noah. God commanded Noah to bring his wife, his 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, and their wives into the ark. But they wouldn't be alone. God instructed him to bring 2 of every kind of living creature, male and female, to keep them alive: birds, animals, and every creeping thing. Noah was also to gather and store every kind of food for his family and for the animals. And Genesis tells us, Noah did this. He did all that God commanded him. Then the day came. Noah, his family, and all the animals entered the ark, just as God had commanded. And then the Lord shut him in. For 7 days, they waited. Then the floodgates of heaven opened. Rain poured down on the earth for 40 days and 40 nights. The waters swelled, lifting the ark high above the ground. The water prevailed so mightily that all the high mountains under the whole heaven were covered. Every living thing that moved on the earth perished: birds, livestock, beasts, all swarming creatures, and all mankind. Only Noah was left, and those who were with him in the ark. The waters prevailed upon the earth for 150 days. But God remembered Noah. He sent a wind to pass over the earth, and the waters began to subside. After many months, the ark finally came to rest on the mountains of Ararat. Noah waited patiently. He sent out a raven, which flew back and forth until the waters were dried up. Then he sent out a dove. The first time, it returned, finding no place to rest. 7 days later, he sent it out again, and this time, it returned in the evening with a freshly plucked olive leaf in its beak. Noah knew the waters were receding. He waited another 7 days and sent the dove out once more, and this time, it did not return. Finally, God spoke to Noah, "Go out from the ark, you and your wife, and your sons' wives with you." So Noah, his family, and all the creatures came out of the ark. The first thing Noah did was build an altar to the Lord and offer a sacrifice. When the Lord smelled the pleasing aroma, he said in his heart, "I will never again curse the ground because of man. Neither will I ever again strike down every living creature as I have done." Then God blessed Noah and his sons and established his covenant, not just with them, but with every living creature. And he set a sign of this promise in the clouds. "I have set my bow in the cloud," God said, "and it shall be a sign of the covenant between me and the earth. When the bow is in the clouds, I will see it and remember the everlasting covenant." And that's the story of the great flood and God's incredible promise. A promise we still see today every time a rainbow stretches across the sky. Thanks for watching. If you found this story as amazing as I do, please hit that like button and subscribe for more stories from history and faith. See you next time.